You think you invented the tyranny of the schedule. You did not. Before your notification ping, there was the factory whistle, equally merciless.
In my era, the clock was God. The foreman was its prophet.
The workers of my day fought for 8 hours of freedom. And you. I kept this. Time measured honestly on of, one tick at a time.
The signal sounds and observe the collective efficiency. A testament to structure, wouldn't you agree? Pure, elegant order.
The whistle told you when work began. It also told you when it ended.
You see, they leave, and you're left with nothing but the echo of expectation. All that effort, just for the thrill of the equation.
Remarkable. The factory without walls. The shift without a whistle. The factory whistle rang once a day. This device never rests. This machine tells time, messages, and your worth. The watch only told time. My generation won freedom from the clock. Yours won it towned and handed it back. You see, gravity isn't just a force. It's an invitation, a grand cosmic dare to defy what we think we know. The factory worker punched out. You never do. I find this extraordinary. Then, time had edges. Now, time is a suggestion you chose to ignore. Time is relative, yes, but it was never meant to be optional. Some nations legislated the answer denied. After hours, work may not reach you. We never thought to make rest a legal right. That required your generation to imagine. The remarkable thing is not that work expanded, it is that you let it. Time, you see, is merely a stubborn illusion. But even I must respect it occasionally. Wouldn't you agree? The whistle meant, you are done. The ping says, you never are. Same word, different cruelty. When did you last stop working and genuinely mean it? Every era has a man who decides whether you eat. He merely changes his costume. In my day, power had a face, a moustache, usually a magnificent one. I say this, you will notice, with some personal authority on the matter.
The relentless march of progress demands precision, gentlemen, and gravity is a most unforgiving foreman.
A man named Taylor timed the exact arc of a shovel. He called it science. The workers called it something else entirely, in language unsuitable for a lecture. But Taylor's cruelty was visible. You could see the man with the stopwatch coming. The gravity of the situation is this. Oh, wow. It measures productivity, but what is it actually monitoring? Taylor timed the shovel. The software counts your keystrokes. Same equation. No face. The boss did not disappear. The boss simply stopped wearing a mustache. The hierarchy flattened in appearance only. The dotted line still runs upward. Your executives say they serve the team. The company still belongs to someone. They printed the values on the wall. The foreman merely shouted them. You see him there, the one with the phone tilted just so. He knows, and they know. A perfectly ordinary break room secret. In the factory, you knew exactly who could dismiss you. That clarity was, at least, honest. I will say this. Some of your managers are genuinely trying. I find that rather astonishing.
The factory floor was enormous. The worker was small. The open plan is simply more elegant about the same equation.
When the machine evaluates you, there is no face to appeal to, no eyes to persuade. I was dismissed from my own institution once by men with stopwatches of a different kind. Time, you see, is not just a dimension. It's a tapestry woven with intent. The face of authority changes every generation. The weight of it does not. Do you know precisely who, in your organization, decides your fate? We communicated by memo, typed in triplicate. Errors required starting over entirely.
The committee meeting was slow, deliberate, formal, and almost always unnecessary.
Notice the flawless posture, the papers held just so, an exquisite performance of absolute disengagement.
But it had the decency to end. You walked out. The meeting was finished. Notice the irony, the dog, the frozen screen? This, my friend, is modern productivity. Someone's connection failed at the precise moment they said something important. Remarkable. I bent light around a star. I cannot find the mute button.
The agenda was sent in advance. I have been told no one reads it. This is apparently traditional. Then the meeting ends. Someone says, "Let us take this offline." You were already offline.
The magnificent never-ending saga of reply all. It's a digital Ouroboros of futility.
Please remove me from this thread.
Every meeting across every decade has the same three people. They are always there. One who talks too long. One who knew the answer. One who should not have been invited. These three were in the committee room in 1912. They are in your video call today. The technology did not improve the meeting. It merely gave the dog somewhere to appear.
The person with the answer waits for the correct political moment. In every era, without exception.
I confess I was sometimes the third figure, the one uncertain why he was there. Some of you now refuse the meeting entirely. You record it. You send a document. I admire this enormously. The memo cost effort. The email costs nothing and is treated accordingly. Every generation builds a faster way to avoid saying the necessary thing directly. I told her, the universe doesn't negotiate. Either you get the latte or you become one with the cosmic void. The meeting exists because humans are afraid to simply tell one another the truth. This predates electricity. What is the thing you have been meaning to say directly, Durao? In the meeting or after? In my era, the dream of work was simple. A position, a pension, a ceremony at the end. The ladder was the metaphor. You began at the bottom, you climbed. The ladder was always there. Slow, often rickety. But you could see where it went. That mattered enormously.
You see? This isn't just wood. This is the weight of 10,000 motions, of a life's accumulation.
He was the carpenter. The trade was the noun that answered who he was. Complete. But now I observe something the carpenter could not have predicted. You want purpose. You want work that aligns with your values and challenges your full potential. I find this genuinely admirable.
The corporate chessboard. Interesting moves, wouldn't you say? Don't worry, the game isn't over. Not yet.
In my era, leaving a position was a wound. Now it is rebranded as a pivot.
curious. The path is no longer a ladder. It is a series of controlled departures, each more urgent than the last. The corporate climb, the entrepreneurial hustle, and a pottery class? Yes, this is the face of a man building a portfolio career in real time. 3 directions at once. The carpenter would not recognize this as a career. He would not be wrong. The dream changed. The fear underneath it, Yahoo of being found unnecessary, Nori, did not. Different paths. Same question at the center, am I still necessary? I spent years being told my ideas were unnecessary. The fear is not a modern invention. The foreman's clipboard. The algorithmic performance review. Both ask the same question without asking it. Quiet quitting, I am told, is performing only what the contract requires. We call this survival. Every generation of workers has burned under the same question. Am I doing enough to remain? The present, a gift unwrapped or a paradox observed. Perhaps both, suspended in this intricate mechanism. But I will tell you what is new. The ambition to find meaning of not just wages had in the labor. That is genuinely new. The carpenter wanted to be respected. You want to be fulfilled. Neither ever fully arrives. Both keep working. Is it the work you are afraid of losing, bride? Or the proof that you mattered? We have discussed the clock, the boss, the meeting, the dream. Now Tay, the worker himself. In my era, the trade was the identity. You were the printer, the machinist, the baker, nothing further required. When someone asked who you were, the first sentence was always what you did. Still is.
Notice the pace here. No one checking their pocket watch, no one looking at the time. The whole day organized around a single collective agreement.
Sunday was enforced rest. Religious, legal, social, all 3 agreed you would stop. And you stopped. The World Health Organization recognized burnout as an official condition in 2019. We recognized it as Monday. Now the worker carries a profile on a network. It is the trade card of your era. Notice the architectural elegance of this profile. Every element, from the aspirationally precise headline down to the tailored endorsement. The printer nailed his trade card to the door. You update yours in real time. Same argument, newer door. And then there is the new question. The one your generation is the first to ask seriously. What happens when the machine can do the thinking work? The writing, the deciding, the creating.
Notice the dance between human and machine. The screens glow, ideas flow, but the human pause remains. What will they do now?
The engine replaced the body in my century. You did not expect the next century to come for the mind. But the fear is not really about the machine. It never was. It is the oldest fear in new clothing. The tools change every generation. The equation inside the worker does not. We are the only species that defines itself by its labor. The bee does not identify as a pollinator. The factory worker, the knowledge worker, the craftsman, the yog, all spent their careers trying to feel like the work was themselves. I was no different. I needed the physics to be me. Without it, I did not know what remained. The work will keep changing. The wheel, the engine, the network, whatever arrives next, it will keep changing. The worker gather, frightened, hopeful, exhausted, occasionally brilliant, that part has not changed once. Time, it seems, has indeed bent to our will. But the true question is, at what cost, my friend? The work changed everything except the one who does it. Does that terrify you, Peo? Or does it comfort you?